リドルジョーカー。
Everything is proceeding as planned. We'll still be running the cafe.
わかった。こちらも問題ない。搬入される機材や材料については事前に確認を行っている。業者に不審な点は見当たらなかった。もちろんしっかり遡って調査しているからな。喫茶店の詳細についてはどうだ。もし変更があれば些細なことでも念のために教えてくれ。
None that I know of. The kitchen has been installed, and it will be sectioned off from the rest of the cafe area as planned. Other furnishings such as chairs and tables will be made on the day of the fair, but we already have the layout. The only question left is how many people we'll actually get, but that's something nobody will know until the day of.
わかった。こちらも予定通りだ。明日はそちらに応援を送る。
What about the matter we discussed the other day?
全部話はついている。作戦も立案済みで承認も得ている。
Great. Thanks again for that.
あ、そっちもよろしく頼むぞ。
Yeah. It's finally here. Tomorrow. My nerves are running high. Is this really going to work? If it fails, then... Not like worrying's gonna get me anywhere. I should sleep. It won't be easy to fall asleep when I'm this agitated, but hopefully I won't... Hopefully it won't be long after I get under my covers and close my eyes. Right as I'm about to head towards my bed, my phone starts ringing. Is it Nanami again? Who's calling me? Is she outside the window? Maybe something urgent came up. God only knows. My confusion only heightens when I look at the name on the screen. Hello?
サトルくん、こんな時間にごめんね。
Alright, so since she's got a different portrait, that means she isn't outside the window. And also because she isn't screaming for help. What's up, Nanami? Something about the cafe tomorrow? For tomorrow? We didn't, screw something up earlier, did we?
あ、そうじゃないよ。そうじゃないんだけど、そっちに行ってもいい？
Well, this might be getting good. Like, right now?
ダメ？
Sure, I don't mind.
よかった。じゃあ今から降りるね。ちょっと待ってて。
Alright. She can't go through the main door because of the restriction, so she still has to go through the window. What do you mean? Wait, Nanami? Nanami, are you there? She hung up on me. At least open the window first. I walk over to the window, open the curtain, and not a second later I see a rope drop down. I don't see anyone on the ground below, so hopefully we won't get caught doing this. After that, I open the window and pull Nanami in.
よいしょっと。
At least she isn't dangling for however long this time. How many times have I told you? If you want to talk, I can just walk up there to you. Don't I? But I guess you at least gave me a forewarning this time. That's what I'm saying. Oh, whatever. What's up? Everything alright?
それは、その。
Man, you're so obvious. Let me guess. You're worried about whatever... You're worried about whether or not people are gonna like your food tomorrow when you can't sleep. You're afraid of letting everyone down when they place such an important responsibility on your shoulders.
何のこと？そういう決めつけは良くないよ。
Yeah, so then what is the other reason then? My sister, Nanami. I know what's on your mind.
なんか見透かされてるみたいで嫌だな。
Come on. It'll be alright. You're the greatest chef alive, Nanami. Nobody, and I mean nobody, can cook better than you can.
またそんなことを言って。ほんと適当なことばっかり言うんだから。
What's the problem? I meant it. I'm not joking around. Everyone else tried it, didn't they? And what'd they say?
でも気を使ってくれてただけかもしれないじゃない。
Look, Nanami, I ate your food every day for years. I promise you, it tasted just fine. Everyone's interested in making this cafe a success. They wouldn't lie just to avoid hurting your feelings. They really genuinely thought it was good. Just cook like you're used to, and you'll be fine. Trust me, Nanami. You're good.
わかった。明日は頑張って料理するね。
Hell yeah. Yeah. You've got a big job and we're counting on you. Well, do you feel at least a little bit better now?
少しはマシになったかな。ありがとね。
Epic. Anything for you.
じゃあ今度は私が話を聞いてあげる。
What do you mean?
サトルくんも不安なんでしょ？もしかして綾瀬先輩のこと？
Yeah?
わかるよ。だって兄弟だもん。
I know what she meant. It really does feel kind of uncomfortable when someone can always tell what's on your mind. Especially so when that someone is your little sister. I don't know. I don't know if I'd really say I'm anxious so much as restless.
大丈夫だよ。私も気をつけるし、突版のみんなも応援に来てくれるんでしょ。それにサトルくんなら、お兄ちゃんなら大丈夫。妹が保証してあげるから。
Thanks. I know her words may be baseless, but hearing them from my sweet little sister has this incredible soothing effect.
そんなに不安になるなんて仕方ないな。しょうがないから今日は私が一緒に寝てあげる。
Wait, what? What about there's the rope still dangling out there. What? How does that make any sense?
だって一人になると不安でしょ。だから兄を思う妹として仕方なく一緒に寝てあげる。
Are you sure I'm the one too nervous to sleep alone? Cause you're sure making it sound like it's you.
そんなことないもん。それともダメ？
Fine. But only just this once, okay?
ありがとうお兄ちゃん。サトルくんもう寝た？
Nope.
起きてるじゃん。
I'm sleeping. As you can hear from my sleepy sounds. Come on, get to sleep already. We've got a busy day ahead of us tomorrow.
それは分かってるんだけどね。
Want me to sing you a lullaby?
いらない。サトルくん あんまり歌が上手くないもん。逆に眠れなくなりそう。それにこうしてるだけで十分。
Glad to help.
このベッド、サトルくんの匂いがする。ちょっと臭い。
You have your own bed waiting for you up there.
でも嫌いじゃないよ。安心できる。
Do you have any perfume on right now?
そんなのつけてないよ。香水なんてつける習慣もないし。そんなのつけてたら任務の時に邪魔になるもん。
I guess that's just your natural smell. It's nice and sweet.
ちょっと人の匂いを嗅がないでよ。変態なの。
I can smell it without trying, you know. Besides, it's a nice smell. Don't be ashamed.
そっか。それならいいか。いや、いいのか。
Quit talking and go to sleep. I'm not waking you up if you oversleep.
サトルくんに言われたくないな。毎日私に起こされてたくせに。
Yeah, well, I haven't been doing that, okay? Keyword used to. I can wake up without your help now. Heck, I'm even jogging in the morning now. I probably, honestly, wake up earlier than you.
そうだったんだ。
Well, don't worry. I will wake you up if you sleep in.
お兄ちゃんが私を起こすって面白いね。じゃあその言葉を信用させてもらおっかな。
Mm-hmm. Oh, and also, if you wake up before me, don't leave the room for whatever reason. If they spot my little sister walking out of my room bright and early in the morning, they'll label me a siscon and God knows what else.
いやいや、今のままでも十分シスコンだと思うけどね。普通お兄ちゃんが妹と一緒に寝ることなんてないよ。
Yeah, well, you're the one who... You know what? Never mind. Hey, you're the one who asked.
だからありがとう。
Brocon.
おやすみお兄ちゃん。
Good night, Nanomi. Not even a minute later, and she's softly breathing in and out. Listening to those calming rhythmical noises is making me really drowsy. Maybe sleeping with her actually is allowing me to relax some. I know I teased her about it, but maybe I should be thankful. Before long, my mind begins to fade, and I drift away into sleep.
リドルジョーカー。
Alrighty, time to get up, I guess. I slept surprisingly well last night. Weird. Why do I feel so heavy? Yeah, I wonder why. My back feels really hot for some reason. Oh right, Anime came over and slept here with me last night. Look at that. I slept. I woke up before she did. She's sleeping peacefully next to me. Today's the big day, and it looks like she slept a little too well, much like me. But that's fine. She should be able to stay nice and focused throughout the day. I don't want to disturb her slumber, but time's a wasting. None of me. Rise and shine. Time to get up. Time to rise and grind. Come on, sleepyhead. Wake up, it's time for school. It's morning and we've got a fair to go to. So like, how are you gonna climb back up the rope if you're this tired? Good morning. See? I'm perfectly capable of being responsible.
ちょっと早起きした程度で偉そうに。でも、ありがとう。昨日は安心して眠れた。
Glad to hear.
今日は頑張らないとね。
Yep. Let's do this.
私が水を最後に固めてしまって完成っと。
Oh. That's what they look like, huh? Look a little blocky, but they pass. Well, our planned furnishings, made entirely of water, line the poolside. Even knowing what they look like beforehand, we're still a bit in awe at the sight.
やっぱり面白いアイデアですよ、式部先輩。
And somehow there's still the exact same amount of water in the pool.
ありがとう。噂が噂を呼んで大変な騒ぎになること間違いなしですよ。大変な騒ぎか。ありがたいけど、それはそれで困るな。さすがに恥ずかしい。
Well, it always ends up like this. It's either they get absolutely swamped, or nobody comes. There is no in between.
確かに。お客が来ないのは寂しいが、あんまりたくさん来られるのも恥ずかしすぎる。それは確かにそうですね。水着で接客なんて想像しただけでも。
We also ultimately decided to adopt Mibu-san's idea of the bikini cafe, technically swimsuit, since we have two guys on deck. A bikini sounds better. To give our cafe a little flair. But still, most restaurants have a distinguishing attire for their staff. So we decided to throw on aprons over top. People might actually think we're naked underneath upon first glance. Yeah, I was one of them. I didn't see the straps the first time. Which I guess some horn dogs would really be into. No comment.
そんなに恥ずかしそうにしながらもちゃんと着るんですね。だってもう決まったことなのに今さら文句を言うのは卑怯じゃないか。申請だって済ませてしまっているんだから。
Especially Hazuki, you can barely see it. He's like one tiny bit above her hand. And like some on the side. Yep. And you're not one to skulk your responsibilities.
ちなみに三笠さんは恥ずかしくないのか？全く恥ずかしくないというわけじゃありません。でも今までにも水着で写真撮影することもありましたから。
Yeah, you literally did one the other day.
それに私は調理担当なのであまり人前に出ることもないでしょうし。あ、そっか。だったら私も多少はマシかも。 しまった、うかつ。私も調理担当に立候補しておけばよかった。お姉さんも同感。まさか本当に水着を着る羽目になるとは。若い子と並んでこんなに肌をさらすなんて苦しい。今すぐ死んじゃいそうなくらい苦しい。式部先輩の水着姿は卑下する必要なんてないですよ。私もそう思いますよ。先輩の水着姿はとってもセクシーで大人の魅力でいっぱいです。
Too true.
むしろ羨ましい。私の方なんて先輩と比較すると貧相で、というかこの中で貧相なのって私だけ。なんという驚異の格差社会。食べるものは貧しいものに施しを。
まあまあ落ち着いて。小ぶりは小ぶりで需要があるもんさ。
Too true.
それはフォローなのか。あ、そっか。私だけじゃなくスオ先輩も小さいですね。
I wonder why. Not again.
僕男なんだけど。
なぜ見てるんです？
No. No reason. I quickly tried to deflect after Mitsukasa-san noticed my eyes automatically wandered toward her. But yeah, that's not gonna work out. That's not gonna work.
どうせ貧しいものは身分さんだけじゃないとか思っていたんでしょ。
I wasn't thinking that.
そもそも私は貧しくないし、ちょっと小ぶりなだけで貧しいってわけじゃなくて。
Look, all I'm saying, ISA, is that it's worse that you aren't embracing the flatness, okay?
私は私の おっぱいを発展途上なだけ。眠れる獅子のような。眠れる獅子ならぬ眠れる父ってやつなのよ。
Right, yeah, dormant boobs. Well, I hope your boob volcano awakens someday.
ねえ、バカにしてない？正直に言ってごらん。
What? No.
千咲ちゃんの水着とっても似合ってて可愛いよ。ななみちゃんも可愛いよ。これは千咲ちゃんが選んでくれたおかげだよ。そう言ってもらえると嬉しいね。うん、お姉さんも2人ともというかみんなよく似合ってて可愛いと思う。だからこそ私の水着姿が浮いている気がして。大丈夫ですってば。これは私の本心です。自信を持ってください先輩。絶対大丈夫ですってば。ありがとう。そもそも似合う似合わない以前にすっごく恥ずかしいんだけど、今さら文句を言っても仕方ないね。接客が中途半端になるのも良くない。よし、お姉さん頑張るよ。
Yeah, this definitely does look a little crude. Well, what's done is done. We can't change things this late in the game. The opening hour is steadily approaching, and everyone is mentally preparing for it in their own way. I need to do the same.
さてと、それじゃあかたどったテーブルや椅子を片付けてしまわないと。手伝いますよ。大丈夫です。人の手で運ぶにはちょっと重いですから能力で運びますよ。
The tables and chairs then rise into the air via her ability.
それでも椅子ぐらいなら運べますから。一度に全部を運べるわけじゃないですよね。
Oh, and I can also carry heavy stuff with my ability.
できる範囲でみんなで運べばいい。準備はまだあるんだから、みんなで効率的にやっちゃおう。
ですね。お待たせしました。これより声優発表祭を開催いたします。
それじゃあまあ一丁頑張りましょうか。おお
Yeah!
2名様でしょうか。こちらにどうぞ。ご注文はお決まりでしょうか。焼きそばとクレープ、飲み物はウーロン茶とコーヒーですね。かしこまりました。ななみさん、お好み焼きはもうひっくり返してもいいんですか？まだです。外側がもう少し固まってからお願いします。わかりました。
サトル、コーヒーを2つ入れて。
I'm coming right up. People started flocking in our cafe the moment the fair officially began. Roughly half of them were boys who go to Kika. I guess the word bikini really is like a magnet.
すみません、注文いいですか？
はーい、今行きます。
ってなんでスオが来るんだよ。前はお呼びじゃない。
Bro,
うるさいな。ここはそういう店じゃない。セクハラするつもりなら他に行ってくれ。しっし。
literally.
セクハラするつもりはなくてもだな。せっかくなら女の子に注文を聞いてほしいだろ普通。
だからそういう店じゃないっての。
チェ、運がない。お前も女の子の方が良かったよな。
まあ、俺は別にスオでも気にしないが。
Hang on a minute. Don't phrase it like that.
なんだよその反応。
お前まさか。
違うぞ、別に変な意味ではなくて、俺は女の子でなくても気にしないってだけで。
You made it sound so weird. You could have just said it didn't matter.
そんな目をしたまま離れるな。せめて注文ぐらいは聞いていけってば。
Man, there's the occasional fuss here and there. Like what you just witnessed. But students aren't our only guests. We have a fair number of school outsiders.
すっげえ。本当に水なんだこれ。
あ、でも触ることはできないんだね。見えない壁みたいなものがあるよ。
これがアストラルなのか。
ねえねえ、これってずっとこのままなのかな。もしずっと椅子とかテーブルのままなら引っ越しが楽だよね。模様替えも簡単そう。
Well, you know, we haven't tested other designs yet, so like...
さすがにずっとこのままってことはないんじゃないか。知らんけど。
そっか。だとしても便利そうだね、アストラルって。疲れた時にはすぐに休めるってことだもん。
Okay, well, it required 2 astronaut abilities, but...
水で家具が作れるなら他にもいろいろ作れそうだもんな。なんとなく来てみたけど思ったよりも面白そうだな。
ねえ、たまにはこういうデートもいいよね。ねえねえ、この後はどこに行こうか。
そうだな、腹ごしらえはここでするから、次は見て楽しめるものがいいかもな。
だったら次はここに行ってみたいな。
ああ、もちろんいいぞ。
Many of the guests from the general public seem to be having positive reactions to the cafe and our incorporation of Astron elements. This is exactly what the school wants this fair to achieve, so I have no doubt they'll be pleased with us. Now, let's have a look and see how everyone's doing.
お待たせしました。焼きそばとウーロン茶、クレープとコーヒーでございます。ななみくん、パンケーキを2つよろしく頼む。パンケーキ2つですね。 わかりました。綾瀬先輩、パンケーキの生地を取ってもらえますか？はい、どうぞ。ありがとうございます。このお好み焼きの具合はどうです？多分中まで火が通っていると思うんですけど。そうですね。はい、大丈夫です。ありがとうございます。お好み焼き2つ出来上がりました。はーい、今運びます。3番テーブルですよね。私が運びますよ。ごめんね、よろしくお願い。
Ibu-san walks fast to the designated table with the okonomiyaki in hand. She might have been a little too much of a hurry. Great, it's gonna all spill over. She almost ends up bumping into a customer.
おっと。
What about the food, though?
大丈夫ですか、千咲さん。
What about the food, though?
はい、平気です。じゃあ今のうちにお好み焼きを。
Ibu-san reaches out and collects the plate of okonomiyaki floating alongside her.
それじゃあおろしますから。はい、よろしくお願いします。
Ibu-san is slowly lowered to her feet. The okonomiyaki that under normal circumstances would be splattered across the floor is still sitting atop the plates. Ah, thank God. And everyone watched.
失礼しました、お客様。
いや、こっちが不注意だったから。にしても今のがアストラル能力か。実際に目の前で見るとすごいな。
怪我はないか？はい、私は大丈夫なんですけど、このお好み焼きは。
God damn it.
やっぱり作り直しておいた方がいいだろうな。
God damn it.
ですよね。すみません、迷惑を。あ、それってうちらの注文でしょ？いいよいいよ、そのままで。床に落ちたわけじゃないんだから。
宙に浮いたお好み焼きを食べる機会なんてめったにないもんな。
Well, okay, I guess that's a gimmick.
お客様がそうおっしゃるのなら。それではこちらお好み焼きになります。
Here's your floating okonomiyaki.
どうも。
いただきます。
There were a few mishaps here and there, but everyone was working passionately and with energy. That's not to say that the work isn't hard and demanding, because it is. But they were all keeping up that just fine. Well, they're still probably somewhat embarrassed about wearing bikinis, but when you're working with this zealously, that becomes a side thought. We've only been operating for 1 hour as of now, but I think it's safe to say that our class is a success. But there is one thing that's kind of bothering me. Hello, Sensei.
なかなか盛況のようだ。
Oh, you too, Principal Issei. Allow me to welcome you. Are you both here as guests?
いえ、何か問題がないか確認のために見回っているんですよ。
私もただの見学だ。
He said one word. Not the voice, but the text was one word.
三笠さんは今日はずっと調理担当ですか？
Yeah, that is the plan. We were afraid that some customers might act inappropriately towards her if we were to put her out here as a waitress.
そうですね。その方がいいでしょう。
それにしても面白い試みだ。こういった使い方は大変有意義に思う。
Thank you very much, sir. But if you want to thank anyone, thank Shikube-senpai. She was the mastermind behind it all.
評判ですよ、この模擬店は。水着という部分が気にはなりますが。
I mean, we're right next to a pool, so like, it fits.
まあ発表祭はお祭りですからね。たまにはいいでしょう、こういうのも。
I mean, it's not like we're doing a bikini cafe in like a regular classroom, you know? Thank you.
それで何か問題は？
No actual problems. But I would like to ask about something.
何ですか？
Oh, there seems to be a man secretly taking pictures of the girls in their swimsuits. I could just be mistaking it, but I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing.
なんだと？
Point at a younger looking guy sitting at a table by himself. Every few seconds, he slips his hand into his pocket and moves his phone slightly upward. That's enough, just enough for the camera to see something, but only for a second. He's quick to slide it back down.
なるほど。
許可のない撮影を許すわけにはいかない。
Right. The fact that he's doing that is a big problem, but I'm afraid that if we call him out, it'll turn into a big scene. If he started arguing back, then that would really be bad. Needless to say, I've already alerted everyone. Koihei and I are taking care of waiting on his table, but it's nigh impossible for the girls to completely avoid his line of sight. And even then, we can't exactly stop him from getting out of his seat and walking around. What if he needs to use the restroom?
だが、このままにはできないだろ
そうですね。ここは私に任せてください。
What are you going to do?
学生が注意するより話はスムーズになるでしょう。
う。人の多い場所では相手も硬直的になるかもしれないが。
任せてください。
Kagimoto sensei then walks off to the table in question.
お客様、よろしいでしょうか。
はい。何ですか？
少々確認させていただきたいことがあります。
Damn.
確認って。
先ほどから承諾のないままカメラで撮影をしておられますね。
何よ、そんなことしてない。人を疑うなら証拠を出せよ。
Yeah, the proof is on your phone, buddy.
証拠は上着の内ポケットに入れているカメラを確認させていただければ。
はあ？カメラなんて持ってないっての？
失礼しました。右側のポケットに入れていたこのスマホでしたね。
いつの間に？
Here's a magic trick.
こちらのスマホで撮影していましたね。中にその画像も入っているはずです。調べさせてもらっても？
それは。
お客様、騒ぎを大きくすることは私たちも望みません。画像を消して今後勝手な撮影を控えていただければ。もちろん本人の了承がある画像に関しては消去を求めません。
わかりました。すみません。
It's just that easy. Thank God we got a teacher here.
解決しましたよ。
I don't know why there was a transition for it. That was amazing. Seriously. Did you misdirect his attention on purpose at the start?
昔から手先は器用な方で余興として手品を覚えたりしたんです。
I used to be a pickpocket in your previous life.
親しい者からは手癖が悪いと言われたりしますが。
So is that like tied to your ability if you have one? Well, you really saved us big time. I can't thank you enough.
いえ、これも仕事です。
見事なものだ。今度その手品も見せてほしい。そうだな。それを取材陣の前で披露してもらえれば、学院の印象もさらに良くなるかもしれないな。
それはさすがにご勘弁を。
I think it had the opposite effect, honestly.
そうだ。あと、三笠さんと話をしたいのですが、今は無理そうですね。
I can pass a verbal message along to her for you if you'd like.
そうですね。ではお願いできますか？
Of course not.
今回の発表祭に1件取材の申し出がありました。
Right.
相手の素性もはっきりしているので、その取材を受けることになりました。ついては三笠さんにも話を聞きたいそうです。
An interview.
忙しいところ申し訳ない。だが相手も三笠君が忙しいことは理解してくれている。密着などではなく簡単なインタビュー形式での取材だ。
時間もそこまでかからないはずです。後で職員室に来るようにお願いします。待機している先生に言えば私につながりますから。もちろん模擬店が落ち着いてからで構いません。休憩がてら、いえ、取材ですから休憩にはならないと思いますが。それでは伝言をお願いしますね。私は他を回らなければいけないので。
よろしく頼む。
Huh? Wait, Sensei.
それでは。
With that, she takes her leave. Mitsukasa-san can't exactly go and just ignore an interview. And I'd probably get kicked out if I tried coming with her since I'm a completely unrelated person.
有原くん、こちらの注文も頼む。紅茶を2つだ。
Huh? Oh, yeah. I'll get those ready.
僕の方のジュースとウーロン茶もお願い。
Okay.
それにしても想像以上の客足だな。まさかこんなにも忙しくなるとは。
この分だと昼食後とかにはもっと人が来るかも。
The sheer quantity of customers is rather overwhelming us. It's really overwhelming us. And that means more people coming in and going at any point in time, maybe making it harder for me to look at any suspicious individuals. The initial plan was for Nanami to keep a close eye on Mitsukasa-san, but even that's not going so well.
焼きそばは2人前。あと、そうだ、クレープも焼かないと。綾瀬先輩、焼きそばをお願いしてもいいですか？わかりました。このお好み焼きが終わったらやっておきます。すみません。よろしくお願いします。
All our attention is focused on just keeping up with the orders. Well, looking at it from a different perspective, you could also say that the crowdedness makes it harder for any potential attackers to try anything. Regardless, I still have to keep watch over the whole cafe, but wait. I already spot suspicious looking people. Just a quick glance over the tables and I've already identified several individuals that set off alarms in my head. What's going on? There's no way in hell I can handle all these guys by myself. Where's the backup Dad promised?
でもよかったね。こうして大入りになるほど好評で。
そうだな。ななみくんの料理もそうだが、その椅子やテーブルなんかも喜ばれているみたいで本当に良かった。なんて言うと自画自賛のようだな。おごっているつもりは全くないのだが。
She apologizes a bit embarrassedly. Embarrassedly? But you can tell she's genuinely happy. No need to be humble about it. Those chairs and tables wouldn't have been possible without you.
大事なのは発想だ。人の功績で大きな顔をするほど恥知らずではないよ。
I wouldn't consider that disgraceful at all. But anyways, here are the black teas and oolong tea and the cola.
ありがとう。さて、私も行かないと。待たせるわけにはいかないからな。悪いが有原君も動けそうならオーダーを取りに行ってくれないか？
Sure. After she leaves, I survey the place once again. Customer flow and reception are both high above average. The problem, though, is that there are a number of suspicious-looking fellows mixed in amongst the customers. Damn. I'm not going to be able to look away for a second. Not a second after I note that one of those suspicious men gets up and starts moving. He's relatively young looking. He came on his own and his food has already been delivered to his table. After getting up from his chair, he started to walk in the direction of the kitchen area. And suffice it to say, there's neither a restroom nor an exit there.
お客様、そちらは関係者以外立ち入り禁止となっておりますが。
That guy flinches and quickly reaches his hand into his breast pocket. Fuck. I activate my ability. Right, nice. Good job. I activate my ability and position myself in front of him in the blink of an eye. Oh, no, you don't. The man, however, doesn't stop. He pulls out the item in his breast pocket.
写真お願いできないでしょうか？
That item being a smartphone. Man, I never would have guessed. It's almost like there's fans mixed in with those suspicious people. Makes sense. What?
ですから写真です。僕彼女のこと初めて見た時から可愛いなって思って、ようやく本人に会えると思ったんですけど、注文を取りに来てくれる様子もないから。
Oh, right. Mitsukasa-san. Look, I'm sorry, but this is a cafe. We don't...
誠に申し訳ありません、お客様。模擬店は喫茶店となっております。そういったことは他のお客様のご迷惑にもなりかねません。ですので、どうかお控えいただけないでしょうか。代わりと言ってはなんですが、ご注文は誠心誠意、気持ちを込めて作らせていただきます。
I mean, his food already got served, so...
でも、お客様のご注文はもうお揃いみたいですね。
That's what I'm saying.
いや、注文します。追加で注文します。お好み焼きをお願いします。
Right.
かしこまりました、お客様。それではどうぞ席でお待ちいただけますか？
はい。
すぐにお作りします。
Mitsukasa-san effortlessly took care of the fan. She even managed to keep that warm smile up for the entirety of it. Her response was perfect, unlike my own. She seems almost used to dealing with situations like this. Yeah, I should have known people like that would also be here. But that only makes things more difficult for me.
ほら、有原くん、いつまでもぼーっとしてないで。
Sorry.
何ですか？
Oh, I was just a little stunned by how well you handled that. Do those kinds of things happen to you a lot?
ないですよ。前の買い物の時にも言ったでしょ。声をかけられることなんてめったにない。
You seem to know what you were doing, though.
伊達に取材の応対を任されていません。事前にない質問を振られてアドリブを求められることも結構多いんですよ。
I'm sorry. It should have been my responsibility to deal with that guy.
そこまで気にしなくてもいいですよ。それにあの人も私が言ったからすぐに引き下がってくれたんじゃないですか？
Yeah, I guess that's true. Realizing he was an obsessed fan any earlier wouldn't have changed anything. If Mitsukasa-san hadn't intervened, and I ended up having to reprimand him, I think it's safe to say that the situation would have escalated into a full-blown conflict.
それよりもお仕事。発表祭はまだ始まったばっかりですから働かないと。
Yeah, sorry. I almost forgot. Kakimoto-sensei stopped by a few minutes ago and wanted me to relay a message to you. Apparently, some news outlet is covering the fair, and they want to interview you. So she wants you to go to the facility, the faculty room when you have time.
職員室。でもそれは。
Yeah, that's the problem. I know. I'll think of something. Just don't go there without telling me, okay?
とにかく今は喫茶店に集中ってことでいいのね。
Mm-hmm.
わかった。じゃあ頑張って焼かないと。
すみません、そこの人、注文いいですか？
ほら呼んでる。
Yeah, I know. Looks like I have to get right back to work. Mitsukasa-san says goodbye to me, and I make my way over there. Sorry the wait. Sorry for the wait, sir. What can I get for you?
とりあえずコーヒー。あと、ななみちゃんの手作り焼きそば。よろしく。
Wow, I never would have guessed that it was going to be someone that he knew. Dad?
Yo.
Yeah. Hey, Dad. Oh, now mind explaining to me what the hell you're doing here?
何って、息子と娘の様子を見に来たに決まってるだろう。
Yeah. Now, why are you really here?
落ち着け。声を荒げると怪しまれることもないか。父親と話しているだけなんだから。応援を回すことはちゃんと伝えていただろう。
I am the backup. There is no one else. I couldn't get anyone else to accept it. Oh God! Don't tell me. By that you meant yourself. You yourself.
心配するな。アストラルこそ使えないが、俺だって昔は現場に出てたんだ。ほら、お前と出会った頃とかな。
Sure, but under what circumstances is it ever a good idea for the head of command to head to the site himself?
もちろん指揮は代理の人間を立てている。俺が現場に出ることも含めて全て織り込み済みだ。心配するな。
Why though?
親だもの。会える機会には会う方が自然だろう。
Well, I guess you have a point. But in all seriousness, do you have any idea what's going on here? I see a hell of a lot of suspicious people in here.
分かっている。ちゃんと説明をする。だがその前に注文よろしく。
Nice. Here's your coffee and your yakisoba specially made by your loving daughter.
おお、最近はななみちゃんの手料理が恋しくてな。
Now, back to what we were talking about. You've noticed it, haven't you?
もちろんこの中にもいるな。
Wait, then, where's the backup?
嘘はついてない。ちゃんと配置もしている。
Then why?
連中は産業スパイみたいなものなんだよ。
Great, yeah. Industry spies? You mean...
アストラル技術の発表というのを学院のイベントということでちょっと軽く考えすぎだ。日本の最先端のアストラル技術を調べ、あわよくば盗み出そうとしているんだ。 アストラルの研究は保有する能力によって成長する分野が大きく変化する。だから他の動向をどこも気にしている。だが連中の目的はあくまで研究だ。誘拐なんて目立つ真似はまずしない。現に連中はこのアストラルで作った家具の方を確認するだけで三笠綾瀬のことは気にしてないだろう。
Now that he mentions it, that does seem to be the case. They're intently observing their surroundings, but none of their focus seems to be on Mitsukasa-san in particular.
今のところ普通に模擬店や発表を見て回っているだけだ。捕まえる正当な理由もないし、勝手に捕まえでもすれば下手すりゃ国際問題だ。
Are they that important?
企業だけじゃない他国の機関に雇われているやつもいるんだ。それに今の俺たちにそこまでの余裕はない。本命を特定するので精一杯だ。
How's that going?
もう少し時間をくれ。動くときは一斉に動いて一網打尽にしたい。
Alright.
サトルくん、そろそろ戻ってくれないかな。
Yeah, I'm coming. What?
いや、あのサトルがちゃんと馴染んでいて元気そうで何よりだ。
I thought you recognized her. Well, never mind.
とにかく必要な人員は揃えた。計画通りこっちのことは任せておけ。お前はお前の仕事に専念しろ。頼んだぞ。
Alright. I'll leave it to you then.
任せろ。だがサトル、お前に一つ言っておくことがある。
Yeah? Why is he wearing such a grim countenance? Something hasn't gone wrong, has it? Is it about Nanami?
ナナミちゃんのお手製お好み焼きも追加で頼む。
How did I know? I don't know if I should be trusting this guy. Bro, what are these transitions? The two coffees are ready. Actually, you know what? Some of them are needed.
こっちもパンケーキできてます。はーい、すぐに行くよ。
Our cafe is widely popular. People kept pouring in as time went on, and eventually, much to our surprise, a line, albeit a short one, began to form at the entrance. Those industry spies that Dad mentioned, of course, were amongst those in there. I thus have to stay alert at all times. But I'm far from the only one being kept busy. No one on our team has been able to take a proper break yet, owing to the constant influx of people. Once afternoon rolls around, though, the crowd starts to thin out and tables become empty.
はあ、ようやく一息つけそうだね。
You can say that again.
まさかこんなにお客さんが来てくれるとは本当に驚いた。
そうですか？私は人が集まると思ってましたよ。だからななみちゃんにも余裕のある発注をした方がいいって言いましたしね。
そういえばあれだけのお客さんなのに材料がつきそうという悲鳴はなかったな。いい判断だったね、千咲ちゃん。
The number of customers demanding my attention has drastically gone down since noon. Nobody who might be after Mitsukasa-san is in the cafe right now. I'm assuming those industry spies have already looked at everything they need to. The end of the fair is approaching, and our cafe has been a smashing success. Everything went great from start to finish. The end of rush time here also means the same for the fair in general. There are fewer people everywhere.
お疲れ様。
お疲れ様です。
Good job, everyone.
ようやく落ち着いた。ここまで忙しくなるとは、これぞ嬉しい悲鳴。
Yeah. We were just talking about that.
まさか休む暇もないなんてね。はあ、お腹すいたよ。
僕もです。ああ、お腹空きすぎてぶっ倒れそう。
そういえばそうだった。忙しすぎてそれすら忘れていた。
I'm surprised Kyohei can stand, considering that he can literally eat a horse. And he'd still be hungry after.
緊張の糸が切れると一気に疲れが押し寄せてくる。慣れないことするとどうにも肩が凝って。その肩こりはたわわなおっぱいのせいじゃないですかね。胸が大きいと本当に肩が凝るものなんですか、式部先輩。
あ
真面目な顔でセクハラされても困るんだけど。
なんだか男が言いづらい話題になってきたな。
it'll be fine.
とりあえずローテーションを組んで休憩を取ろうか。
The second Kyohei makes that suggestion, a voice plays through the loudspeakers.
2年 A 組三司さん、職員室まで来てください。2年 A 組三司さん、職員室まで来てください。
あれ、呼び出したね。
発表祭の最中にわざわざ呼び出しとは一体何だろう。閉幕の時に一曲歌う件かな。
いえ、実は発表祭の取材が1件入っているので、そのインタビューに呼ばれているんです。そうだったの？時間に余裕ができてからで問題ないという話だったんですけど。
Maybe they just got tired of waiting. Not really a surprise, but yeah, this is bad for me.
取材にしろ別の要件にしろ、ちゃんと言って確認をした方がいい。
ちょうど休憩の話もしてたことだしね。
お店のことならお任せあれ。心配はいらないよ。
ですけど。
I'm still yet to hear anything back from Dad. But I can't exactly put my foot down on the bench and not go. That'd be too weird. And even if she stayed here, I imagine Kakimoto-sensei would eventually come here and get her herself. If that happens, we'll lose the ability to strike first. If we make our move now, on the other hand, we should still be able to make it work. Could you come help me restock our soft drink supply before you go, Mitsukasa-san?
わかりました。じゃあ補充が終わったらそのまま職員室に向かってくれていいよ。はい、ありがとうございます。
Can I go ahead and go on my break once I'm done too? I need to go to the bathroom.
いいんじゃないかな。
私も構わないと思う。だが外を出歩くときは着替えた方がいい。いくら発表祭とはいえ、水着でうろつくのはさすがに風紀的にもよろしくない。
分かってます。ちゃんと上から制服を着ますよ。水着でうろちょろするのは私も恥ずかしいですからね。
Alright, let's go get the drinks done.
さっきの放送は聞いた。
Right. I know it strays from the original mission plan, but I'm asking for permission to commence the operation now. If we don't act, all the planning we did will be for naught.
わかった。だが一網打尽にするためにもタイミングはこちらに任せてくれ。もし相手が罠にかかってもお前は無理に動くな。 俺たちを信用してほしい。
Copy that. So yeah, I want you to hide in here just like we discussed beforehand.
それは分かったけど、有原くんが身代わりになるなんて本当に可能なの？
Yep, we've got all the necessary pieces for it to work. Take out a card from my pocket. The card, as you might guess, has memory fabric infused with Suga Hideto's astrons imprinted on it. This here basically allows me to visually deceive anyone around me. I should have no trouble getting them to believe I'm you. Alright, I'm gonna leave now. So that means you'll be left on your own. Don't panic. Just stay calm if anything happens. Keep that communicator on you. You should be able to get in contact with my boss through it.
うん、分かった。
Alright, I'm commencing the operation.
了解した。
On my countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Flashbang. On my mark, I link with the Astrons. However, I don't use my own ability. Instead, I focus mentally on the card and activate the ability stored within the memory fiber material, Sugahito's ability. I have become woman. Hello, I'm here as requested.
三笠さんではなく有原くんですか。すみません。なぜだか一瞬有原くんと三笠さんを見間違えてしまって、変ですね。
I guess the effect wore off once she heard my voice.
それでどうしました？
Tsukasa-san was called here on the intercom, and I came here on her behalf. Still pretty crowded at our cafe right now, so she wanted me to tell you that she wants to wait a little longer.
そうですか。わかりました。わざわざありがとうございます。
No problem. If you don't mind me asking, this is about the interview.
はい。柿本先生からまだ来ていないかと確認があったので、もう少し時間がかかること、私の方から柿本先生に伝えておきます。
Thank you. Take my time walking back to the pool after leaving the faculty room. So as long as I don't speak, I'll be able to masquerade as Mitsukasa-san. What just happened with the teacher is proof enough of that. It also means my area of effect reached all the way to the faculty room when I activated the ability at the pool. She was probably still there during that. Looks like my little trick is working just like I wanted to. The school has a massive campus, and their fair visitors are allowed to enter most buildings aside from the research buildings. That includes the student dormitories. Nanami has an extraordinary high link value, yet even she wouldn't be able to cover the entire campus if she activated the ability by herself. But that's a relatively simple solution. If one isn't enough, then we just use more. The SFD members whom we have strategically positioned around the school could all activate Sugahito's ability at the same time. That would consequently allow us to deceive quite literally every person currently on the school campus. A deception, of course, being that Arihara Satoru has the appearance of Mitsukasa Ayase. Luckily for us, it turned out that Sugahito's ability isn't one that's terribly hard to control, like Nanami's is. for instance. Also lucky is the fact that you don't need to physically be in the same location as the object or person to manipulate people's perception of. You manipulate people's perception. Using photos and the like instead works just fine. It should be safe for us to assume that I have the appearance of Mitsukasa-san to everyone right now. The teacher's initial reaction is solid proof that it's working. And hopefully the assailants are going to capitalize on this opportunity now that I'm walking the hallways all by myself. Damn, that's crazy. Right after he finished the sentence. And like clockwork, two people appear in front of me, blocking my way. As a tall man with a lean build and a larger, muscular guy. And since they've got sprites, that means they're important. Their physiques may be near opposites, but what they do have in common is that their bodies are both very well trained. I can even tell from above the suits they have on.
Mitsukasa Ayase-san.
The slender guy in front addresses me politely. His tone may be soft, but his eyes have an icy cold glint. As my body tenses up, I shout with glee in my mind. The bastards fell for it. I was a bit worried since we had no real proof that they'd come here and attack, but now that they're here, I know we were right. But this is still too early for celebrations. Instead, I conceal my relief and feigned bewilderment.
抵抗は無駄です。命を無駄に散らしたくもないでしょう。我々と一緒に来てくれますね。
I turn around hoping to flee, but there are two more men wearing similar suits blocking the side of the hallway. They've got me cornered. And since those two guys that are also with them don't have sprites, they aren't important. That's how it works, right? The SFD don't seem to be making any moves just yet. Accordingly, I obediently go with the men. This is what Dad instructed me to do.
化け物が相手だとは聞いていたが、拍子抜けだな。所詮は学生か。この発表祭とやらも文化祭の延長上のようなものだし。まあ、中には気持ち悪い出し物も混じってはいるようだが。
Yeah,
というか、何か返事ぐらいしてくれないかな。俺たちは命を取るような真似するつもりはないよ。おい、いい加減黙ったらどうだ。喋りすぎだ。へいへい。
The slender guy shrugs his shoulders in response to the big guy's chitting. I don't know. But bro, what the fuck did Astrals do to you? Did they fucking kill your parents or something?
命が欲しければさっさと歩け。いくらアストラル使いだろうと、引き金を引く方が早い。
Ah, there is the gun. I was gonna say, he's right. Astral abilities don't make you a god. There are 4 enemies in total, 2 in front and 2 behind, and they're all carrying guns. Sure, I could try a surprise attack, but the risk is far too great.
悪いけど、このまま一緒に来てもらうよ。
What's holding up Dad and the others? I didn't even know where these guys are gonna take me. Somewhere off campus, or what?
警備の方は問題ない。それに、カメラはマンティスの支配下にある。
Damn, that's crazy.
今もカメラでこちらを監視しつつ、映像をごまかしているはずだ。証拠は残らないさ。そうか。
There was nothing in the system when Nanami checked yesterday. Maybe that's the reason it took them so long to make a move. They were busy hacking into the security earlier in the day. This isn't looking good.
妙だな。何がだ。
この子大人すぎやしないか。今のセキュリティの話を聞いても動揺しない。そもそも事情を尋ねてくることすらしない。まるでこうなることを分かっていたみたいじゃないか。
Bro, it's not subtle. You're not being subtle about it. She already was almost kidnapped before. I don't know why you think that's so suspicious.
何。
それにプールにいたあの少年はどうした？彼はずっと彼女を守るような動きを見せていた。なのに今はどこにいる？なぜ彼女を一人
See,
に
now
した？
that's suspicious. All right, now he's making more sense. The second point, I was just dumb.
考えすぎだ。所詮はガキだぞ。同年代の異性にいいところを見せようとはしゃいでいただけだろ。三笠綾瀬はここにいるんだ。このまま連れて行けばいい。
それはそうだが。
But since they don't know about that ability, I already forgot his name. They don't suspect that this could be Satoru. Things not adding up is precisely what breaks the misperception of this ability. And the guy's glaring at me right now. Don't tell me he's noticed.
いや、そうだな。ここで時間を潰している暇はないな。
Okay, good. Looks like the effect is still working. I heave a sigh of relief inside my mind, but suddenly I hear a voice. I've sharpened my hearing through my ability, which allows me to pick up a voice from the guy's radio earpiece.
こちらハーミット。大将の身柄を確保しました。移動中です。
Uh-oh. The slender man raises his arm and speaks into the mic attached in the cover of his suit.
事前の作戦通りに移動していますが、何か？
Ah, he's outside the school. He's not affected by the ability. Man. Fuck. Of course there'd be people off campus. My cover is definitely blown now. So I guess it's time to do this. No, I gotta trust Dad. He'll come through. The bewildered look on their faces quickly vanish as they pull out handguns with attached silencers from their suits.
身代わりなんていつの間に。
最初から俺たちはアストラルでごまかされてたわけか。
なんてことだ。くそ、このアストラル使いが。
Yeah, it's our fault that you're trying to kidnap us for whatever reason.
動けば撃つ。能力を使っても撃つ。
There's no point in issuing me any warning. I'm not stupid enough to try anything with guns pointed at me. I'd be a dead man before I could even do jack shit with my ability. Gah. What's the hold up on Dad?
こんなガキ殺してしまえば。
死体を作ると面倒だ。
ならどうする。三笠綾瀬ではなく、こんなガキを連れて行くのか。俺たちが殺されかねないぞ。どの道やるしかない。
ち、このまま撤退してただで済むとは思えないが、仕方ない。やってくれたな、クソガキ。もちろん死ぬ覚悟はできてるだろうな。遺言はなしってことだな。
なら死ね。
Four short, muffled gunshots resound. White smoke rises as I smell the scent of gunpowder. Fresh blood drips and creates a pool in the pavement.
何が
All 4 men had bullets put through their hands. Without a moment's delay, they each pull out knives with their unwounded hands. But I'm already on top of it. I close in on my first target before they have the opportunity to attack. Keeping the momentum going, I drill my fist into the abdomen of the man to my right. From there, I use kicks and elbow blows to knock out the other 2. All 4 of them now lie on the ground.
動くな。そのまま地面に這いつくばれ。すでに包囲している。もし動けば、次は威嚇では済まないぞ。
Dad scowls at the men in suits as he coldly orders them to surrender. He stays behind cover, not making the mistake of revealing himself, focused in, ready to shoot at any moment's notice. 4 shots were all he fired, and he managed to perfectly hit all 4 palms of all 4 men without any misses. I know he mentioned that he served in the line of duty before, but I never expected him to be this good. Even though he hasn't seen action in years, his skills haven't rusted a bit. I'll be honest, I underestimated him.
くそ
The slender guy tries to get up, unwilling to surrender, but not a second later he's suddenly pushed to the ground. It's one of my fellow SFD members with their camouflage uniform.
高額迷彩だとそんなものを採用している組織聞いたことがないぞ。どこの人間だ。
The police.
悪いが質問するのはこっちだ。お前たちが何者か全て答えてもらうから覚悟しておけ。
マンティス、作戦は失敗。すぐに撤収を。
言ったろ、包囲したと。
But in fact, there was actually a 6th guy watching exclusively Mantis. And then there was a 7th guy watching that guy. Once the guy finally resigns himself to arrest, my invisible colleagues skillfully disarm him. Following that, they search his collar and neck and find his transmitter in the process. After finally confiscating his phone and wallet, they tie him up.
なんとか間に合ったな。よかった。
Yeah, I'll say. I was prepared to die when my cover got blown.
遅くなって本当に悪かった。敷地の外の連中の特定に手間を食った。
Yeah, that's the big problem. That's the big thing. It's fine. I didn't get hurt. So did you guys get the rest of them?
もちろん、狙い通りに一網打尽だ。危険にさらして悪かった。間に合って本当によかった。
Well, you know, he stalled long enough. As long as the mission was a success.
レビー6、怪我は
No, I forgot to ask. But is Mitsukasa-san alright?
そっちはレビー3がちゃんと守っている。問題はない。
マクレガーよりアレイスター1へ。作戦は成功です。全員を捕らえました。
McGregor.
アレイスター1、了解。撤収の準備を始めろ。こちらもすぐに合流する。
Not everything went entirely as planned, but it seems the operation was a success.
後始末は任せて。お前は早くプールに戻れ。怪しまれるぞ。
Roger that. I'll leave the rest to you and the rest of the team.
Ah.
He didn't need to add the rest to the team as well. He could have just said, I'll leave the rest to you and the team. Alright, see you.
レビー6。
Yeah?
任務、ご苦労だったな。
Thanks.
おかえりなさい先輩。
And nobody is the wiser. Thanks.
遅いよサトル、休憩長すぎ。
Sorry about that. Everything's still going all right here.
特には何も。お客さんも大満足って感じだよ。
順番決めて他のみんなも休憩しないか？
そうだね、そうしよう。私はもう少し後でいいですから、お先にどうぞ。
I'm gonna get back to work. I leave the group and find Nanami.
お兄ちゃん、よかった。本当によかった。
Sorry for worrying you.
怪我は？
Nope. Thankfully, Dad came in and totally saved my behind.
お父さんに？
Yep. You should have seen him. Like I had no idea he was so good.
何それ？すごく気になるんだけど。
Later, I gotta report to Mitsukasa-san first. I walk past Nanami and into the storage room where we're keeping all our drinks.
有原くん。
Oh shit, I forgot the drinks! Sorry it took so long. But good news, the operation was a success. We caught all of them.
それはいいんだけど、有原くんは怪我とかしなかった？
But then it turns out there was a second group working separately from them, and they used the exact same sprites as the first group. Thanks, I'm alright. Not even a scratch.
そう、よかった。ずっと心配してたからかな。なんか一気に疲れが。
Well, we can't relax just yet. We've still got a little bit longer to go before the fair ends. And you've got your song at the end too, to do too, don't you?
嫌なことを思い出させないでよ。
I'll be out in the audience cheering you on.
ほんと、余計な一言が多いんだから。
16時になりました。これにて声優発表祭を閉幕いたします。
I can hear a loud applause in the distance. The fair has thus concluded peacefully, and nobody will ever have to know what took place behind the curtains. Somehow, apparently, literally no one was outside of the school during that time. It's quite the ordeal, but in the end, our efforts were rewarded. Men we've taken in custody won't be handed over to the police. They're now going to undergo thorough interrogation from the SFD. Torture! I mean... it'll be more than difficult for them to hide things this time around. We'll take their fingernails. Especially since we caught the entire group, not just one or two. But I'll let Dad handle all that stuff. Our mission is done. Today was a great day. Our cafe for the fair was a smashing success. And we also caught the people who've been after Mitsukasa-san. A double victory. I couldn't think of a more satisfying way to close out the expo fair. I can hear Mitsukasa-san singing off in the distance. It's the same voice I heard in the promotional video of hers. She's got a great singing voice. She herself was pretty averse to the whole thing, I know. Even so, she's doing the job that was asked of her without letting that reluctance show. I mean, I'm not even there and I can tell the crowd's having an absolute blast. Listening to her song and the noise of excitement, I absently look up in the sky.
こんなところにいたんだ、サトルくん。
Hey, what's wrong? Did something come up?
そういうわけじゃないよ。誰かに今日の騒ぎを気づかれた様子もないから、このまま無事に終わると思う。
Phew, that's great. But why were you looking for me then?
別に特別な要件があるわけじゃないけど、サトルくんの姿が見えなかったから。
I was just getting kidnapped.
こんなところで、しかも一人で何してるの？もしかして何か任務？
Nah, that's not cruel enough to do that after everything I've been through today. Besides, he's busy with the cleanup work. I was just kind of relaxing and resting up as I'm a bit tired, as you can probably imagine.
それってどこか怪我をしたとかそういうのでもない？
Nope. I'd have called you over here to heal me if I was.
遠慮とかしてるわけじゃないならいいんだけど。
I am, I promise. It was a bit of a close call, but Dad managed to come in just in the nick of time and save my ass. Heck, I don't even have a scratch on me.
そっか。それにしてもお父さんってすごかったんだね。
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Oh, me neither. I knew he was a good shooter, but man,
サトルくんでも無理？
not even close. I'm not even good with guns in the first place.
そうだっけ？
I mean, I learned how to use them, but I've never used a firearm on a mission, so I have zero practical experience. Since we're astrals, we much more often use our abilities to resolve situations. Also, whenever you fire off a gun, it comes with its share of paperwork, and nobody likes paperwork. Moreover, we usually opt for surprise attacks using the stealth function of our uniforms. We would never devolve then into a shootout. You learned how to fire a gun during training too, right? So you probably understand why I'm so amazed by what he did.
まあ一応わかるようなわからないような。
Why the vague reply? You didn't fake your grade, did you?
してないってば。そもそも私が受けた訓練ってサポートのやつだもん。銃の扱い方は学んだけど、その成績は関係なかったの。
Oh, so you completely failed. But since you're a support, it doesn't matter. Meaning,
訓練の最中、一発も的に当てることができなかったから。どれぐらい難しいっていうのは全然わかんないの。
like I said, completely failed. Wow. I didn't know you were that clumsy.
うるさいな。そんなこと自分が一番わかってる。でも仕方ないじゃない。苦手なものは苦手なんだから。私だってできることならもっと役に立ちたい。今日の任務だってほとんどお留守番みたいなものだったし。
Sorry. I apologize. That was insensitive of me. I wasn't trying to offend you or putting you down or anything. Or put you down or anything. Man, this guy apologizing all the time. Really? You're helping me out a lot. A whole lot. More than you think I'm... More than you think. I'm always thankful for what you do. I mean, you may not be good at physical stuff, but I'm also really crappy with technology, which you're amazing at. I'd be doomed on missions without you, and I mean it.
おかしい。
What is?
サトルくんが私の気持ちをおもんぱかってる。絶対おかしい。やっぱりお昼に怪我した。まさか頭を打ったの？
Yeah, it's because of what happened last night, you know. You know, you're pretty mean to me at times.
そう？そんなことないってば。もしそうだとしても、親愛の証ってやつ？だから安心していいよ、お兄ちゃん。
Nothing makes a brother happier than his little sister saying she loves him. Okay, well,
でしょ？
You're both weird. Well, what I'm trying to say is, I'm grateful for you. Heck, before we moved here, you were even taking care of all the housework for me, in addition to supporting me on missions. So thanks, Nanami. I really mean it.
何？急に何なの？そんなに言われるとくすぐったい。本当に頭を打ったんじゃない？それか何か悪いものでも食べたとか。
Is that strange of me to thank you? Is it that strange of me to thank you?
そう思っちゃうぐらいめったに聞かなかったってこと。
Really?
そうだよ。それに感謝の言葉を言うならこの学院に入るよりも前、実際に家事をしてる時に言ってほしかったな。なんてね。
Sorry. Bro, how...
もういいよ。怒ってるわけじゃないしね。それにサトルくんが塩らしいままだと明日は雨になるかもしれないしね。
Bro, if you keep saying sorry, it's not going to mean anything sooner or later. I wasn't specifically trying to act that way.
それぐらい今日は疲れたってことじゃない？
Could be. I was extremely stressed out throughout the day.
そんなに疲れたならしょうがないから妹の膝を貸してあげようか。
I have a perfectly fine bed that I can sleep on. I don't... For what?
だから膝枕ってやつ。まあ膝というか太ももかもしれないけど。
Yeah, the knees would be a pretty uncomfortable place to lie on. So in other words, she's offering to let me rest my head on her thighs. Uh-huh. The slow pan down. That sounds pretty comfy. Kinda like a foam pillow.
女の子に向かって足が太いとか言うのはどうかと思うよ。
Look, Nanami. That's not a bad thing.
そういうの本人が一番気にしてるんだからね。
I never said they were fat. The thought didn't even cross my mind. You don't need to worry about your weight. I promise you, you're very attractive, where you are now. I'd actually start to worry about you if you got more slender.
ありがとう。それでどうする？膝枕してあげよっか。
I appreciate the offer, but I'll pass. Bro, come on. People might think I'm a siscon if they saw me resting on my sister's lap. What?
いや、それはもう手遅れというか、すでにシスコンだと思われてる。
Exactly. So what's the problem? I want a CG. Huh? What do I ever do to earn that label?
どこって言われてもな。わりかし全体的に
No way.
もうちょっと自覚した方がいいと思うよ。
I refuse to accept this.
まあその嫌いではないけどね、私は。ちょっと気持ち悪いところもあるかもしれないけどね。
Are you trying to cheer me up? It feels like you're rubbing salt in the wound.
フォローしたつもりなんだけどな。
Right at that moment, we noticed something. A thunderous applause happening in the distance.
終わったみたいだね。
Yeah,
今日はお疲れ様、サトルくん。
you too, Nanami. Starting tomorrow, It'll be back to business as usual at the school. There will also be a new mission in store for us too, surely. But tonight, at least, I think I'll be able to sleep peacefully and soundly.
リドルジョーカー。
昨日はご苦労だった。
You saved my skin, honestly. So thank you for that.
一応確認するが、怪我はないよな。当ててないよな。
I'm perfectly fine. No scratches, no anything.
そうか。ならよかった。いや、俺も現場に出なくなって久しいからな。とっさに打ったが、正直心臓バクバクだったんだ。
Your accuracy was still incredibly impressive, though.
10年前はアストラル能力を持ってない隊員も多かったからな。そういうやつが現場に出るにはあれぐらいを求められたんだ。その頃の俺ならもう少し早く撃てただろうな。昨日は慎重に狙いを定めていたから。
That inhumane speed was him taking his time. It was basically almost like normal rapid fire.
ま、その話はどうでもいい。そろそろ本題に入ろう。
Have you figured out anything about those guys?
昨日の今日だ。さすがに全てが丸裸とはいかないが、大体のことは判明している。連中の所属はおそらくうちと同じだ。
Wait, do you mean...
非公開組織だ。
Oh no, they're part of the SGD. Seriously? Wait. Why would the government be after Muchikasa-san?
お前も知っての通り、アストラル能力についての立ち位置は微妙なんだ。
It's because of astralism?
政府も国民も今は一応なんとか有益に活用すべきという流れになっている。だが危険視する人間も少なくない。アストラルは管理・規制を徹底的に行うべき。そんな考えも政府与党内にすら残っている。
So they're part of that anti-Astron faction, and they targeted Muchikasa-san as part of some plan?
おそらく例の失踪者たちもな。
Wouldn't that mean that Muchikasa-san will never truly be safe as long as anti-Astron government officials exist?
その心配はもっともだが問題はない。すでに上の人間は抑えた。何もできない。
Seriously? You guys work fast.
つまり上にとっても厄介な問題というわけだ。そりゃ対応も早くなるさ。
I see.
すでに三笠綾瀬に関しての任務を放棄する命令は下されている。安心しろ。彼女にも伝えてやるといい。
Alright. Hearing that, I finally relax a little.
そんなわけでお前の護衛任務も終了とする。ご苦労だったな。
Well, it was my screw-up that caused all this in the first place. I should apologize for all the extra work I gave you.
おかげで騒動が大きくなる前に対応できたんだ。
Thanks.
それに全ての任務が終わったわけじゃない。お前たちの潜入任務は続行だ。しっかり勉強してちゃんと卒業するように。
Yes, sir.
また何かあればすぐに連絡を。ああ、それと。
And one more thing, don't date your sister. Oh, well, looks like it's a bit late for that one.
今のところはお前たちに下す新しい任務の予定はない。安心して羽でも伸ばしてろ。
Alright, thanks.
じゃあな。
I end the call and sit down on my bed. Everything major is done with for now. That's good. Guess I'll kick back and relax like he told me to. So yeah, you shouldn't have to worry about these guys coming after you anymore. Well, we still need to do a bit more investigating to catch all of them, but there isn't an immediate danger to you.
それなら一安心ですね。よかった。じゃあ有原くんの護衛任務も終わりってことですか？
Right. You can still count on me if you ever need help with something. I may not be your bodyguard, but as your friend, I'm still willing to help.
ありがとう。それならその時には期待させてもらいますね。
She puts on her usual facade and smiles sweetly at me.
でも任務が終わったってことは有原くんはこの学院を去るんじゃないんですか？
I slowly shake my head in response to her question. Transferring in and then right out would be way too suspicious. The plan is to stay here until graduation, barring any changes or difficulties.
そっか。じゃあこれからもよろしく。
Same here. No, actually, she's let up that facade a bit. She smiles at me in a way that makes me feel like I'm getting tiny glimpses of her true self peeking through the cracks in the mask. I think what she and I are both tacitly communicating here is that we should put each other's secrets aside and go back to how things originally were. After our brief exchange, she decided to head back up to her room. I, on the other hand, swing by the canteen for breakfast. The Astral Expo Fair concluded yesterday. However, our work is not done yet. Students who organize displays or other attractions still need to clean up. Our exhibit used chairs and tables made out of water. Yeah, so all you need to do is make sure to put all the chairs and tables in the water, and then Mayu can disable her ability. Easy. For our part, we already undid the ability and allowed them to maintain that form yesterday. Other than that, we also used kitchen equipment, but as we learned today, it had been collected earlier by the company it was rented from. So essentially, there was no more cleaning for us to do. That being said, there was one thing we agreed upon to get permission to use to the pool area. That sounds weird, I know.
プール掃除ですね。
The condition for our use of the pool was draining and then cleaning it just in case, since food had been served at the poolside. From what I hear, they clean the pool regularly when there aren't classes going on in it. Proper maintenance of the equipment and devices are, of course, carried out by a professional contractor, but not the cleaning of the floor and walls.
にしてもプールの掃除なんて初めてだ。こんな大きさともなると大変そう。
そうだね。ブラシできれいにするってなるとかなり大変そう。
まあ言っても仕方ないですよ。
Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. We need to drain it first before we can clean the walls and floors, right?
衛生管理はちゃんと行ってるからぬめりとか分かりやすい汚れもないらしいんだけどね。
念のため隅々まできれいにしておくことという話です。
あと目立つゴミの回収だね。
ま まずはブラシをかけるんですね。
千咲ちゃん、なんか元気だね。
プールの掃除なんてめったにできることじゃないからね。なんか楽しそうじゃない？
でもさすがにこの面積は。
大変かもしれないけど一人じゃない、みんなでやるんだから。
Yeah, you've got enough people. You should be able to bang it out in like a few hours.
そうだね。文句を言ってても仕方ないよね。
そういうことってなわけで頑張ろう。もうダメ、私疲れました。
Never mind.
腰が痛い、腕もパンパン、太ももガクガク。まさかここまで大変だとは。
これ絶対7人だけでやるような仕事じゃないって。
確かにこれは辛いな。どれぐらい終わってますか？みんな合わせて3分の1ってところかな。
まだ半分も終わってないのか。
少し休憩しませんか？
Surely Satoru is completely fine, right? I mean, theoretically he is the only one who does physical labor all the time.
ぜひ賛成したいです。
So like, you know,
お姉さんもちょっと休みたいかも。先は長いですし、今ここで無理するよりもゆっくりしましょうか。じゃあ少し休憩ってことにしよう。体のあちこちが痛い。
大丈夫ですか？もしよければ私の能力で治しましょうか？
ありがとう。でも今はその気持ちだけでいいよ。まだまだ作業が残ってるから。今直してもらっても2度手間、下手すると3度手間になるかもしれない。明日には筋肉痛になりそうかも。お姉さんはあさってになるかな。
Tsugi really does a number on your back, doesn't it?
サトルくんでも辛いの？なんかケロッとしてるように見えるけど。
Like I said, he shouldn't be breaking a sweat at this amount of manual labor, at this amount of physical activity. I've still got plenty of stamina, but my back does ache after having to bend over all the time. Yeah, his stamina should be through the roof. At least compared to these 6.
そっか、体を鍛えててもこの作業は辛いんだ。もしかして体が鍛えられる、つまりダイエット効果もある？
You gotta exercise regularly for it to take effect. Oh.
しかもこの作業を毎日やってたら逆に腰を痛めそうな気がする。
Well, yeah.
手早く終わらせることができればいいんですが、この広さですから。ブラシじゃなく、せめて掃除機なんかがあると楽なんだが。ゴミを吸い上げればいい普通の掃除とは違いますからね。お、そっか、その手があるか。
Is it using astral abilities? Senpai?
能力を使えばプールの掃除を簡単に終わらせることができるかも。
Yep.
先輩の能力でそんなことができるんですか？
ああ、いや、私の能力ではなくて二条院さんの能力ならってことなんだけど。私ですか？ るほど、これなら確かに楽に掃除ができますね。
After that, Nijoin-san stretches out her arm to create a small-sized water spout, which she then moves around. The area in contact with the floor is smaller than that of the broom, but on the upside, no one has to strain their legs and backs. The only problem, though, is that we're essentially shoving all the work onto Nijoin-san.
これならブラシでこすらなくても掃除ができるでしょ。ただ二条院さんに任せっきりになっちゃうのが問題かな。
いえ、気にしないでください。これぐらい何でもありません。
二条院さんがそう言ってくれるなら、押し付けちゃって本当にごめんね。でもとっても助かる。
Yeah, the only problem is that it's a bit loud, you know.
私としても腰を曲げてブラシでこするよりこちらの方が楽ですから。ではプールの中は私の能力でこのままきれいにしますので。
Thanks, really. You're saving my back from more pain.
あ、任せてくれ。
じゃあ僕らはプールサイドの掃除をやっちゃおうか。
せめてそっちぐらいは私たちがブラシできれいにしちゃいましょう。
あ、ゴミを集めるのは私の能力を使えば楽にできると思います。最後にまとめてやりましょう。
いいんですか？
二条院さんに任せっきりにするのは申し訳ありませんし、それに正直に言えば楽をしたいのは私も同じですから。
Alright. I guess we'll go with that plan. Thanks.
私が言い出したことですから任せてください。じゃあまずはきれいにしましょう。
Yeah.
一気にゴールが近く現実的になった気がします。よーし、やる気出てきた。今度こそ頑張ろう。
Oh. With renewed vigor now that an end is in sight, we get back to work. Sweeping the floor is still quite strenuous, but thanks to Nijoin-san's ability, it's gotten a lot easier for us. To whine would be rude to her, given that she's taking care of the hardest part. Everyone probably feels the same way. The cleaning proceeded smoothly and we were able to get it done sooner than we thought. Now that we had left, now all we had left to do was gather the trash.
狙い通りゴミだけが浮いているな。
じゃあこのまま回収してしまいますね。
いえ、待ってください。このまま一箇所に集めてしまいますから。
おー、すごいもんだね。
何度見ても不思議な光景ですね。
こんなものでしょうか。回収をお願いできますか？はい。
Nanami walks over the gathered trash and puts it all into a garbage bag. With that, our pool cleaning work is finished.
すごい、もう終わっちゃった。
I thought we'd be stuck here forever at first.
さすがだね、三笠さんも二条院さんも。
こんなに早く終わったのは2人のおかげだよ。おかげで筋肉痛に悩まされることはなさそう。本当にありがとう。
いえ、そんな大層なことをしたわけではありませんから。それにあのまま続けていたら私たちも筋肉痛で苦しむことになっていたかもしれませんから。
あとはゴミを出して先生に報告すればおしまいですね。
Phew. I guess the expo fair is truly over for now, right? For us now.
終わるのが寂しいぐらい楽しかったです。
そうだね。でもさすがに続けられることじゃないしね。それにやはり水着で接客は恥ずかしい。思い返すだけでも顔から火が出そうだ。いや、成功したことは素直に嬉しいんだが。
そうだ、成功を祝って打ち上げとかしませんか？
打ち上げって発表祭の？
そう、昨日は学院が閉幕式として綾瀬先輩が歌を披露してたじゃないですか。
ああ、盛り上がってたよね。
The moment the topic is brought up, Mitsukasa-san falls silent and makes an expression that screams, "Please don't remind me of it." I don't know if she just got swept up in the excitement or what, but she acted her part well yesterday.
皆さん、今日は楽しかったですか？これが最後になりますが、盛り上がっていきましょう。
She was actively hyping up the crowd with a dazzling smile on her face. I felt like I was looking at a true pop idol. But now that the excitement has worn off, and she's gone back to normal, I suppose the embarrassment really has hit her hard. Even now.
こっちを見るな。
What? She's glaring at me so angrily that I can practically hear her voice in my head.
とっても素敵だったと思います。ありがとうございます。でもあれだけだと綾瀬先輩は楽しませる側だけで終わっちゃうじゃないですか。ありがとうございます、千咲さん。でも私のことなら気にしないでください。まあまあそう言わずに、綾瀬先輩のこともありますが、私たちが開いた水着喫茶の成功を祝う意味もあるんですから。
そうだね。あんなに大盛況だったんだから、それをお祝いしてもいいかも。赤字も免れたんですよね。だったらその売り上げを使ってしまえばいいんじゃないですか？
いいね。大儲けってほどじゃないけど、僕らが打ち上げするぐらいなら十分な金額だよ。
利益をそのまま分配するよりも、私はそうやって使う方がいいと思う。
まあ私たちの喫茶店の打ち上げということなら、私も反対するつもりはありませんが。やだ、じゃあ決まりですね。早速準備しないと。
じゃあまずは掃除が終わったことを先生に報告してから着替えて、みんなでどこかに行く？この人数で外となるとカラオケとかファミレスとかですか？
あー、でもどこかのお店でどんちゃん騒ぎできるほどの儲けではないかも。
No?
学生の模擬店だからね。赤字覚悟で一般的なお店の半額かそれ以下の価格設定だったんだから。トントンで上出来。赤字にならなかったんだからすごいレベルだよ。
Good point.
だったら買い出しに行って寮で打ち上げをするか。
それでいいんじゃないですか。その方がゆっくりもできると思います。じゃあ決まりということで、早速準備に取り掛かっちゃいましょう。
Yeah. Alright. I'll go out and get the stuff with Nanami.
そっちは任せた。
お菓子 とジュースを買ってくればいいんだよね。何かこれだけはって注文はある？
先輩たちにも確認したけど、変なものじゃないなら何でもいいって。そこら辺はお任せで。
わかった。
僕らは部屋で準備してるから、そんなに急がなくてもいいよ。
Gotcha.
じゃあ行ってきます。とりあえずジュースとお茶でしょ。それからお菓子はポテチに、あと何があるかな。
How about mini packaged cookies? Also, maybe some stick candy. You can nibble at them without having to worry about getting your fingers dirty. We'll decide once we get there. That'll probably be easier.
それもそうだね。
Are you excited for the party?
楽しみだよ。こんな風に普通の学生っぽいこと経験するの、ここに来てからだもん。
Having such close friends is also a first for me. What?
サトルくんは楽しくないの？いやいや参加してる？
No. I enjoy hanging out with everyone too. But I've always had to keep my guard up even when I'm doing that. I guess I was still kind of stuck in that state of mind. Can't really turn it off and enjoy myself without worrying about anything else.
そういう気持ちわからないではないけど、なんか心配だな。
Why?
若いうちから気持ちの切り替えができない仕事人間になっちゃう兄の未来が、妹はとても心配なのです。
I feel like taking my job seriously is a positive.
真面目に働くだけなのが問題なの。気を抜くときには気を抜いて、プライベートを楽しめるようにならないと。そんなことじゃろくに彼女もできないよ。
A girlfriend? I can't say I really want one, honestly.
そうなの？もしかしてサトルくんってそっちの毛があるの？
Huh?
だから女の子じゃなく男の人が好きって。
Yes. I mean, what? Why are you assuming I'm gay?
だって今彼女に興味がないって言ったよ。
That doesn't mean I want a boyfriend. I just don't see myself getting intimate with someone while I'm leading a double life. Does that make sense?
なんだ、そういう意味だったの。
Yes. Sheesh. How did you even get it into your head that I'm gay? I'm completely straight.
そっか。でもサトルくん、本当に女っ気がないからな。付き合えないにしても好きな女の子とかいないの？
Nope.
それって今は？それとも今までにも？
Can't think of anyone I've had a crush on.
そうなんだ。
Just in case you misinterpret my words again, I'm not into dudes. I've just been busy with some other stuff all my life, okay? When I was a kid, I was a rebel and a troublemaker. Instead of chasing skirts, I chased fights. After Dad adopted me, I did mellow out a fair bit, but I soon started working for the organization, And I was too busy for that to go around too busy with that to go around looking for love. I'm fully aware that I'm missing out on a lot of what makes adolescence so memorable. This is the path I chose, though, and I've never once regretted it. However,
はあ、もうちょっと仕事以外にも目を向けないと。私だっていつまでもサトルくんの面倒を見てるわけじゃないんだからね。
yeah, I know. I'll see what I can do.
いつもそうやって生返事でごまかす。
Well, why don't we talk about you then?
私？
I know you don't have a boyfriend, but do you have a crush on anyone?
それはその。
If you wanted, you could probably snag any guy you set your sights on. What?
そう思うなら妹を早く安心させてくれませんかね。生活能力皆無の兄を一人残したままじゃ不安が残りますから。
Sorry. I'll try to shape up.
ちなみになんだけど、もし本当に私が彼氏を連れてきたら、サトルくんはどうするの？
I mean, if you love the guy, I wouldn't voice any objections. Isn't that what any brother would do?
そっか。
There'd be no need for words. We'd settle it with our fists naturally. I'd use my astral ability.
その条件は厳しすぎない？サトルくんが一方的にボコボコにしてる未来しか思い浮かばないんだけど。
If a man truly loves a girl, he should be prepared to put his life on the line to protect her. Even if he couldn't beat me, he'd at least need to show grit and keep fighting till the bitter end.
全時代的。しかもそれって普通はお父さんの役割だよ。
It's the whole family's duty.
はいはい。気にしてくれるのもいいけど、まずは自分の心配した方がいいんじゃない？
Yeah, I'll think about it.
そんな弱腰で本当に彼女ができるのか。望み薄だな。でもまあしょうがない。恋人ができるまでは私が世話してあげる。妹だからね。ほんとしょうがない兄を持つと大変だ。
Sorry for the trouble. Despite the complaints she's throwing out, there's a clear smile on her face. I don't think I'm just imagining that.
ほら、早く買い物を済ませちゃおう。
She walks off with a visible spring in her step. It might be strange for me to be having these thoughts about my own sister, but man, she's really cute. Her domestic skills are also top-notch, be it cooking, cleaning, or doing laundry. She may be an astral, but I feel like more often than not, she's met with gratitude by the people she comes across. Unlike me, she has no need to work in an organization like the SFD, which operates in secrecy. She'd be much more suited for a normal life in my opinion. Studying for classes, hanging out with friends after school, going out together. Just normal things that normal girls her age do.
サトルくん、置いてくよ。
Huh? Oh, yeah, sorry.
道の真ん中で考え事なんて危ないな。一体どうしたの？
I was just thinking you really seem to be happy.
そうかな。
You ever think about quitting the SFD and going back to being a regular school student?
それって、私が邪魔ってこと？
Oh, wait. That's not what I'm saying. I really couldn't get by without your ability and your smarts. I can think of tons of missions where I would have been screwed without you. This one we're on right now, for example. I would never have been able to hack into the AIMS database on my own.
そうだよ。サトルくん機械に疎くて、その手のことは何もできないんだから。
Can't argue with that. Truly thankful that I have you. That's not what I was trying to say, though. I mean,
このままサトルくんを一人にする方が心配だから、今のままでいいの。
I can't deny that I'd be pretty screwed without you. We've gone through this conversation several times already. Both Dad and I were actually strongly opposed to Nanami joining the SFD in the first place. Even so, she didn't let us sway her and joined the org as a support agent.
今さらそんなこと言い出すなんて、本当に変なの。
Seeing you so happy these past 2 days reminded me. Personality-wise, you also aren't really cut out for violence. I get a little worried that you're forcing yourself to do something that you don't want to.
心配性。というより、過保護かな。私は無理なんてしてないってば。むしろ、サトルくんが危険な仕事に行ったりしてるのを知ってるのに、部屋でおとなしく待ってる方が神経すり減りそう。
I mean, I can understand that.
それに、辞めるって言っても、簡単に辞められるような職場じゃないってことは、サトルくんだって知ってるはずだよ。
Right.
だから、今のままでいいの。ダメな兄を見捨てるほど冷たい妹じゃないよ。まあ、サトルくんが私を役立たずとか思ってるのなら仕方ないかもしれないけど。
No, I don't. I just told you, I'm incredibly thankful that I have you. How should I put it? I just don't want you to feel like you have to work in such a shady line of work. Even if you're not in the SFD, you're still my sister.
もしかして、さっきから変なこと聞くなぁと思ってたけど、私が昔のことを気にして働いていると思ってる？目をそらすってことはやっぱりそうなんだ。過保護すぎるよ。私だっていい年なんだよ。物事を自分で考えられるし、自分で決められる。働くって決めたのは自分で決めたこと。昔とは全然違うから心配なんて必要ないよ。
Alright, that's all I wanted to know. Sorry for bringing that up.
本当だよ、まったく。そもそもサトルくんは私の心配よりも自分の心配をしないと。いくら妹でも老後の面倒までは見ないからね。
Well, whatever happens, happens.
適当だな。
Well, let's hurry up. The others are waiting on us to start the party.